Universal World Events have a good credentials in sustainability. We've won a number of awards with IMEX as well as other trade shows. What we want to get across is dispel the myth that being sustainable in your event activity costs more. As a business, we work with our clients to make sure they're looking at three aspects of sustainability. That's social sustainability, environmental sustainability, and economic sustainability. If we can help them provide tips and best practice across those areas, it's not about making a big investment, it's about making small changes that make a difference. From a social perspective, we can include local charities and ensure that we're making a legacy on the destinations that we're using for the events by incorporating team building activities to the local community, by making sure that they're giving something back. From an environmental perspective, we can offset carbon from any travel related activity. We can also look at environmental tips using recyclable materials for stage sets and production activity, right down to the screws, making sure that they're aluminium so they can be reused. Using the signage, we can recycle and reuse on event after event. From an economic perspective, obviously events need to make a return on investment. So the savings that you can make across certain areas do make differences and do add up, but it's also about maximising the objectives of the event to ensure that we're creating a commercial return on investment for those clients. We've managed events that have had social elements to them. We've managed an event in South Africa where a pharmaceutical company, a very forward-thinking pharmaceutical company, worked alongside us to develop a program that involved building houses for a local township that had suffered from HIV and AIDS. And obviously this gave a lot back to the community. They managed to build four full houses by raising funds and then giving up their time whilst they were on site to help build them and finalise the houses. From that project, the delegates were so emotionally motivated by it that they also donated further funds on site to build another 2 houses. And the company has now also adopted that township as its charity. From an environmental perspective, we've organised outside events to make a difference, to use natural daylight, and built recyclable stages, used festival-style seating, and locally sourced food, everything to try and minimise the amount of carbon miles that are associated with the event. All of that can be quite a fun activity as well. It's a very different type of event to hold a business event in an outdoor environment. So it makes it more memorable for the attendees. Their objectives, they're in a different learning environment, and the objectives and the messages and the learnings really sink in.